Yes, today is August 11th, 2020. Arguably one of the roughest years in our nation's history. But, you know, for prosperity of our family, we're doing these interviews. And I'm glad because, you know, it's a good thing for our generations that follow us to know like who we were and know a little bit about us. And so this is the interview of Anne Rosalinda on August 11th, 2020. And it's Greg Avila and Jason Oaxaca interviewing Anne Rosalinda Oaxaca.
Before we start, I wanted to say a little something, okay?
All right. Okay.
All right. It's, as you know, our brother Roberto passed away this last Saturday. And I just want to dedicate this, a few words to him, okay? The angels
Absolutely.
The angels are God's messengers. So I know that right before you closed your eyes for the last time, you heard the angel Rafael say, do not be afraid. God is waiting for you. Me, Lorenzo, Rafael, mom and dad, and the rest of the family that is here, that is no longer there, are welcoming you. No more health problems, Roberto. We miss you very much, but we know you're in a better place. Okay? I'm ready for the interview.
Yes.
Thank you. That was
perfect.
Beautiful.
Great.
Perfect. Greg, do you want to say anything for Uncle Kiro?
Yeah, I just want to say, like Aunt Rosalinda said, that he's obviously in a better place than us. And may God rest his soul. And I hope that he lets Grandma, Grandpa, and everyone else up there with him know that we're all doing all right here on earth. And we'll remember them for the good times.
Perfect. Yeah, me too. Yeah, I'd like to say Uncle Kiro was a legend, a brother, a mentor. Can't describe everything he was and he meant to me and to everybody. He's going to be missed, but like everybody said, he's in a better place. He's resting now with our family that's already passed and looking over us.
All right, guys, I'm ready. I have the questions here. Do you have them ready?
Our first question
Kim's there.
is, what was your favorite memory growing up?
First of all, it's great to see you two guys. I don't get to see Greg too much, but I do meet up with Jason every once in a while. My favorite memory, there's so many. After all, I'm 72 years old, so you can imagine all the memories that I have.
72?
What?
You look 27.
72 years old.
I thought you looked 27.
Oh, well, thank you. That's nice. That's what nephews are for. Okay.
That's right.
I remember I always had things to do with someone. I mean, I was never really, things that I remember is always with a bunch of kids doing it together because there were so many of us, brothers and sisters growing up. We would play, fight, and do other things and together. But one thing I remember a lot is that when I was maybe about, I'm going to say 10, 11, or 12, we had a neighbor at the end of the street that had a bike. And so every time we wanted to go to the store, we would go and knock on the door and say, can we borrow the bike to go to the store? And every single time they would say yes. So sometimes Judy and I would go, sometimes I'd go by myself, but we would always borrow that bike and we would go everywhere we wanted to go because of course mom and dad couldn't afford to buy us a bike. Another thing I remember is that we lived across the street from a man who owned a bakery. And so he would bring his big truck full of sweet bread and things like that. And so as soon as we'd see him come back from work, we'd go down there and buy a little cupcake for maybe 3 or 4 cents, 5 cents or 10 cents. But I remember going over there like 10, 15 times in one afternoon, because he was so nice to just come out to the truck and give us a little cake from there. And so that was a lot of fun too, just kind of different things. But growing up with a big family and me being the middle child, there was always someone to play with, fight, do things with together, or look up to. Another thing I remember is we used to play bride and fashion shows. So we'd wear big, long wedding bridesmaids dresses, and parade around. And sometimes we'd charge and have the neighbors come and pay 5 cents to see us dress up and act up in the stage. So needless to say, growing up in a big family like that was a lot of good times and of course a lot of bad times, but I won't go into that.
That's
Okay,
cool.
so
And
just
Rosalinda,
to
I
make-
can remember one memory my mom shared with me, speaking on what you guys used to do to kind of kill time or pass time. She used to tell me that you guys used to put on like movies and you charge kids to go in there and watch movies.
Exactly. Yeah, that was one of the things that I had on here, but I remember somebody saying that somebody had already mentioned that. Yes, we would do that. Arturo had a projector when he was working, and he would bring the projector home and we'd show movies and people would pay. We'd play store. We'd take out all the canned goods and have a little small cash register. We'd play store. We had to make up our own games because, you know, we didn't really get out too much at that when we were young. But
Yeah, you didn't.
your mom is correct.
You didn't have an Xbox.
We didn't have an Xbox, no. We didn't have earphones like Jason has, and I still don't
What?
have. We didn't have
Those are
earphones,
Obviously.
but
Hey, so hey, but wait, and Rosalinda, just to
What?
clarify, because I heard all those stories, but I heard as a rumor that all the tias and tios, their favorite memory growing up was August 16th of 1978 for some reason. I don't know who was born that day.
oh, I wonder.
I think that's Gay Pride Day.
Yeah.
Oh shoot. No, okay, that was an excellent answer, and we hear that from all the family that there was always something
Did
to
they
do.
mention that we always after dinner everybody had to go? All the family had to go pray the rosary, and Roberto was
Yes.
always
Your
acting up,
grandma.
and Roberto was always acting up during the rosary. Sometimes we'd be making faces, and poor
I
grandma.
remember that they.
back pray.
I remember that they used to sneak out of the
window.
closet and go, yeah, and then sneak out, and there were so many kids that your grandma didn't notice.
Exactly. So you
But
heard that one
okay,
too.
that was a perfect answer.
Yeah. How about,
Yeah. We hear all the stories.
did anybody mention
What's that?
sitting around the heater? We had a
No.
heater on the floor in the hall, and every night we'd all sit around the heater warming up, and we'd be laughing and talking and making jokes and everything. And mom and dad were in their room, and they'd say, "Hey, cut the noise! Everybody get to bed!" And we'd quiet down, and then pretty soon we'd be laughing and talking again. My dad
Get
would,
yelled at.
yeah, again.
Bring out the belt.
Everybody
Bring
go
out the
to bed.
belt.
Huh?
Okay, let's move it along. Let's move into question number 2. And Rosalinda, your favorite gift from mom or dad, and it could be for any occasion, from Grandma Ilalia or Grandpa Javier.
You know, my dad, many times during his life, he owned a bar. So sometimes he'd come in like 1 or 2 in the morning. But what he would do is he would hide a quarter somewhere in the venetian blind. And there was a little bit of a space there. And he would leave quarters all over the house or leave things hiding. And when we'd get up in the morning, that was one of the favorite things that I remember, going around looking for a quarter after he had been out all night. But that's kind of what I remember my favorite memories, because I'm the middle child. So my favorite.
This is a gift.
Huh?
But Rosalinda, I know
Yeah.
that's a memory, but this is a gift. Do you consider that a gift? Like,
Well,
if
what
they
I was going to
personally
say
presented
was
it to you?
my gift was that mom and dad were always there. My dad was not an angel.
and thought of you to like leave a game for you to play,
Oh yeah.
a little reward.
Yeah. They were
I
very.
understand.
They paid a lot of attention to us, but not the way they do kids nowadays. But they did. I knew they were there. That's what matters, and that was my gift. My dad and mom gave me the gift of, like I said, my dad was not an angel, so my mom could have divorced him at any time, but she
He
didn't.
is now.
No, she didn't.
He is.
And they never said or acted bad in front of us. It was always like so silent. I mean, we knew that something was going on, but we never knew that they had a big fight or that my mom was upset or anything like that. So that was kind of the gift for me, that they were very, not attentive necessarily, because there were so many kids, it was hard to be attentive. But
And they were busy.
yes, the fact that they were there, you know, and my dad didn't leave us, my mom didn't leave us, you know, we always had everybody there at home, the kids and dad.
I also think that like for future generations that are watching this that are gonna get married, they need to understand that marriage is hard. It's not all every day is gonna be perfect, but you gotta work it out and stick together. And it's marriage is hard, and it's a lot of sacrificing and you know, it's sad these days 50% or more end up in divorces because people don't want to put in the work. And but I really like your answer.
Well, I like your statement. I mean, you're not married, and yet you and I both. I'm not married either, so, but you and I both know exactly what we're talking
It's
about.
hard work.
Yes, it is.
Correct.
That's why.
All right, Greg. Do you want to?
In spite of, mom
Yes.
and dad were always there, even though you know they were.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's hard, and there's a lot of work. Greg, you want to move on to question number 3, brother?
Yeah, I will. And I liked it, and Rosalinda, that as simple as finding a quarter and some blinds.
I know.
As simple of a gift that is, that's pretty cool. That's
But Greg, back then a quarter was $5.
Yeah, but that's pretty cool. And you could hand him a quarter, but he'd kind of hide it, so you'd have to find it. That's cool. That sounds like something my grandpa would do. And I didn't know you on the bar.
Oh, you didn't know? It was
No.
on Alameda.
Oh,
It was
nice.
on Alameda. Yeah.
All right. So, and Rosalinda, question number 3. Who is your favorite person?
Uh-uh.
Huh?
Mom and dad's favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mom and dad's favorite person and why, and me or Jason cannot.
We cannot be participated.
Oh gosh.
Because I'm pretty sure it'd be me or Greg.
Yeah, I am too. But I'm going to tell you what was me growing up. Mom's favorite was Arturo. He was always there for her. I mean, it's unbelievable how dedicated, and Arturo was the most caring person in the whole world. He would work and give all his check to mom and dad. And so, you know, mom was always, if she needed anything, or Arturo was there for her. He took care of us. He brought the projector from I don't know where, and that's how we watched movies. And he was with his money, like I said, any money that he made or any resources for the family, he always gave his paycheck to mom and for her to pay bills and so on. So I can understand why he was her favorite. Of course, growing up, I didn't like that, but that's the way it looked to us. I mean, to me anyway. And dad's favorite was Judy. Judy, because she was a loyal and loving daughter. Mom and dad would always go to her house. I remember that growing up, that after she got married, she went over to, they would always spend a lot of time at her house because she had all the kids. And I guess she could relate very well to them. And from very little, she was very, I mean, if I said, Judy, let's go do something bad, you know, like I don't forgot what it was that I might ask her to do. And she would say, no, mom and dad are going to get mad. No. So she was very dedicated.
Oh, so she was like the fun cop. She was the fun police.
Yeah, there you go. Exactly. And that's
what a hater.
Let me add that even though Judy was his favorite, you know, mom and dad were also very, very, very good to me in the later years. When I had Jacob, they were just so happy to take care of him, and you know, they would bring him over. So it wasn't, you know, growing up, it was Judy, but I think later
I remember that at Rosalinda. I remember that. I remember because when I would come to visit, you know, my dad would be overseas a lot, and when we would come, like I remember Jacob always being there, and him always be like, "Where's Jacob? Where's Jacob? Grandpa."
Yeah.
Grandma looked after all of us, second generations the same, with love and all that. But I do remember Grandpa having a little plus side for Jacob.
Yeah, and I think because his dad wasn't there, he wasn't present, I think that he kind of felt like, you know, I want to do the role because he loved him so much.
Just a little extra, yeah. I agree.
Yeah.
Okay, now this is gonna be the hardest question. And it's, what secret have you ever kept from a family?
Well,
And this is being recorded.
okay. It's not a real big secret or anything like that. I couldn't think of anything that I could share or whatever. But what I remember was that being the middle child, I was always, I felt like I was always ignored, like like everybody would hit me, everybody would make fun of me, everybody would push me to the side. I mean, that's how I was growing up, just thinking
Normal.
I'm not there. So I think my biggest secret that I have is that I never really told my family that I really felt like they were there for me. It was very hard growing up as like I said, the middle child, but yet I cried. I did cry a lot because I wanted the attention, but which might have been very annoying to them, and that's probably why they treated me the way they did. But it was, I like growing up with my brothers and sisters because I always had somebody to play with. So my secret is that the secret is that I really, really now appreciate the fact that I had a lot of brothers and sisters, even though at the time I might have thought like, oh, I hate all of you.
Yeah. Well, because we fight the most with our siblings, but they're also our best friends.
Yeah, exactly. And that was
I'd
I
like to
mean,
say, growing up too, I mean, nobody gives you a handbook on how to raise children. I do remember uh, us second generations always, you guys always putting us together, and so we grew up, instead of cousins, we grew up more like brothers and sisters, and
Yeah.
I'm forever grateful for that because we love each other so much, and that's due to you guys and you guys keeping us together. Uh, keeping a close knit family. Although we didn't have 14 brothers and sisters each, we had 27 cousins each, and we were always together, every family gathering, and that's all due to you, first generations. And so we appreciate it so much.
Yeah, I concur.
you
I agree
concur?
with Jason. I have tons of memories growing up with all my cousins and doing fun things. More than cousins, we were more like brothers and sisters. But yeah, I'd agree with Jason wholeheartedly.
I hear that also from friends of mine, from ex co-workers and friends and people. They always tell me because I always say, well, we have a family meeting on Wednesday night. What? Every Wednesday you get together with your family? Yeah. I mean, it's just we stayed together. I mean, there were so many of us that we grew up
Mhm.
together that now we think we're attached at the hip. We all have to be together at one time or other during the week. So.
Yeah,
And I think
and
that's
we do.
a lot. I mean, it's just helped us to gel together, even though we each have our own personalities and everything. We
Correct.
bring a lot to the table.
Wait, there's one more question. I'm gonna leave it open to Greg. Greg, if there's a real question, something that, I mean, this is our optional question. I was talking to Greg earlier, and I said it could be something funny, but you know what? Let's keep it real. Go ahead, Greg. Whatever you want to hear. I mean, it could be funny if you want it to be, but this is our question that is optional, and so she doesn't have notes on this question.
I don't really want to be funny, but I think right now that we got the chance to have genuine time with Rosa Linda, I think we should ask something that has got some meaning besides what
Okay.
age did you find out Jacob was gay? I mean,
Yeah. Well,
Hey,
that
Greg!
was one question that was on the top of our list, but let's go ahead and move
Hey,
past
he has
that.
2 kids. He can't be gay.
He's
Hey.
he's a good faker.
yeah, he
No,
could
no, just
he
kidding.
could be what do you call it, a surrogate?
Quiet.
Okay, hey, I have a real question. So this is our optional question on Rosalinda, and it is about Jacob and Jasmine and bro and my little princess.
Are we in
How
your will? Are me and Jason in your will?
yes, that being said, Greg and Jason are in your will. No, for real, this is the question. how happy are you to see uh, your grandchildren and know that the legacy of the Oaxaqueños, the Oaxacans, are continuing, and we're spreading, and you know, uh, Jacob and Jasmine are such good parents. I know that the values that they're teaching them. How proud are you? And just like, how do you feel about the new generation coming up?
Oh my God, I'm surprised you have to ask. I love, love, love my grandchildren, Jade and Javi. But
Peter
I
Pan!
I thank God every single day for such a wonderful son. I mean, I didn't know that I was going to end up with such a thoughtful, caring, loving guy, Jacob, the son, my son, because when I go over there, I'm a princess. Like, Mom, what do you want? What do you want to do here? And all I want to do is
It's
spend
no
time.
surprise. It's no surprise to me. You raised them well, but go ahead.
Oh, well, thank you. Mom and Dad raised him. Mom and Dad and all the family raised him, and
Exactly.
he helped me. But anyway, he has turned out to be just perfect, just a perfect son.
Awesome.
And of course, he married a beautiful girl, and they're doing well. Jade is looks a lot like Jasmine, and I think Javi is beginning to look like a little bit like Jacob. So it's like the whole
I
family.
just saw him. Yeah, they're so cute. I love them. They're so funny too. They're so funny.
But Jacob is so attentive to them. It's unbelievable. Yesterday, Jade put me on Facebook, and she put the phone on her little tricycle or bicycle, and she had it on the monkey bars, and she was driving all down the neighborhood, and I could see Jacob in the background running with Javi after her. And she was showing me I said, did you guys pass Yolanda's house? Because that's her neighbor. And she got off the bike and ran to the back, and she said, yeah, I just passed it, and got back on her bike and kept right on going.
Hey, I'm like 6 blocks down.
Yeah.
No, and then with the corona, I've been talking to Jacob, and one of the kids' favorite things to do is like a jungle gym, but it's the car. They just play like where Greg's at right now. They just jump around in the car.
Because we did that. I opened the back of the truck, and then they play up and down the seats, and then they want to put blankets, and they want to do this and that. It's like a little house there for them, and it's
they don't know any different. They don't know any different. This is normal for them.
No.
Yeah.
Jacob makes it very, very easy to be have a close knit family. We went to the Sacramento River, and we went to camping, and we do a lot of stuff. So Jacob makes sure that the kids get a little bit of fresh air. And when I take them to the park, they love to climb the trees, because we have to be in a little part of the park by ourselves, and there's nothing but trees. So they like to climb the trees, both her and Bro. Oh my God, that's so scary.
Bro, I used to love crying.
Bro likes to practice in the baseball field. He'll sit at home plate and play with the dirt, and then we have to say, no, bro, get up, you got a bat. But he is.
Yeah, you got to practice. Okay, this is what I'd like to do. I'm not sure on our time.
And Rosa, you guys see the timer?
Can you see the timer, Anne Rosalina? How long have we been on?
Timer. It says time 12:23. No, yeah, 12:28 p.m.
Oh, yeah, that's what time it really is. Does it have a clicker timer like a countdown?
No, I don't see one.
What I want to do, Greg, if you want to say some final words, and then I'll say some final words, and then we'll let Anne Rosalinda say some final words, and that'll probably eat up all of our time.
Yeah. Thank you, Jason. I just want to say
welcome,
this was a good idea for whoever came up with it. I'm glad that we can do this to share the legacy and the memories. It's too bad that I'm so far away, but we miss you guys. We miss Chico's Tacos. We miss Peter Piper Pizza.
For sure.
And it was a blast. This was fun. I'm glad I got to see you guys, and we're able to share Aunt Rosalinda's favorite memories. Before I pass the mic, I will say my favorite memory of Grandpa is he used to tell me, "Don't holler at your mother." Number 2, Grandma used to wear a Cypress Hill shirt, which was
I remember that.
cool.
I remember
And
that.
I remember sleeping over at Grandma and Grandpa's house in the living room. I'd wake up early in the morning and I'd be asleep on the carpet on the floor, and I can look under the wooden swinging door to the kitchen and I can see the light on, and I go in there and Grandma's drinking Pepsi, reading the newspaper. She'd ask me if I wanted something to eat, and she'd always make me weenies and eggs in a cast iron pot or skillet. And till today, that's one of my favorite breakfasts. And people out here in Georgia say, "What? You eat hot dogs and eggs?" I'm like, "You don't even know. It's the best thing ever." So those are my 2 favorite memories of Grandma and Grandpa. And my 3rd worst memory of Uncle Art beating me with a broomstick in Las Vegas at my mom and dad's wedding. So
But did you deserve it?
Yeah.
Absolutely not. Look at me. I'm innocent.
Tell us what you did.
Okay.
Listen.
So let me finish up, and Rosalinda, that way you could have the last words. Again, I would just want to say how saddened I am by Uncle Kito's passing. He really meant a lot to me. He was special. I know he was special to everybody, but he was extra special to me in my life, and I'm deeply saddened and a little bit alleviated, because I know that he's in a better place and he doesn't have to suffer anymore. And I know he wouldn't want to be like he was. That's the only thing that gives me solace. But I loved him so much, and I know everybody did, and we just all have to think that he's in a better place. And I know we're gonna focus on that this week, and I just want to give him the respect that he deserves, that he needs. And he was a loving brother, a loving uncle. He was good to everybody around him, and he made millions and millions and millions of dollars. He never changed, ever. I want to say what Greg was talking about with our grandmother. I remember her making tortillas fresh from scratch, beans all the time. She always had time for us. Always, always. No matter what she was doing, she would stop and talk to you in Spanish. Grandpa was not the kindest, but he was loving. Like, he would tell you when you did wrong, but he loved you and you knew it. And so this was so great. The only thing about these interviews that I regret is that I don't know who was going to interview Uncle Kito, but we didn't get a chance to. And so I'm glad that we're doing it now, because before anybody else passes away, this is great, and this is good for everybody to know our family. And it's important. It's important because I read the stories of Tio Trini, and it's good just to know where we come from. It's a part of our history. It's a part of who we are, and it's important to know where you come from.
Right.
And with that being said, I would like to leave the last remainder of the time to Ana Rosalinda to say whatever she wants to say, and it was a pleasure for the future generations to see us and to learn about us and to know something about where you came from. Thank you, Ana Rosalinda. It's your turn.
And if I remember correctly, and I mean, like I said, I'm 72 years old. My brain is not as sharp as it used to be. But if I remember correctly, I was kind of the one that started the family meetings. I was kind of the one that said, "Hey, we need to get together. We need to meet up with mom and dad," and so that kind of makes me feel really great that it kept on and on and on and on, and so I too am very, very grateful, because we spend a lot of time together. We spend a lot of time with mom and dad, and so we don't have any regrets now that little by little we're all kind of just happy that we were able to get together.
I want to say just on that subject is that we kind of got thrown a curveball. We would meet in person and bring food and meet and talk about issues that concerned our family, but mostly have fun and just catch up. But with 2020, we couldn't be around each other. We had to social distance, but we still kept it up with the Zooms like we're doing now, and that's why you're watching this. If you're new, like maybe you're not even born yet, but this is what we're doing because of the COVID.
Right.
And
Also,
so,
I
Greg,
would
go
like
ahead.
to say, like, comment, and subscribe. Press that like button.
Okay, guys.
Oh,
They
this
just
is-
say, hey, they just say that on internet videos.
It looks like we're out
Okay,
of
great.
time. It was good talking
Yeah,
to
I think
you guys. My two favorite nephews.
hold on. Samantha
Greg wants
is
to
here.
say-
Samantha is here. She's recording this for our family prosperity, and so I'd like to thank her a lot. She's leaving tomorrow, go back to college. She's a nerd. She's so smart. She's a good girl. And then, you know, I would like Greg. Thanks for coming through, and Anna Rosalina. And Samantha. Thanks for helping Anna Rosalina get back on. And thank you. It was better than I thought. It was fun.
Okay, bye everyone.
All right. Well. All right.
All right.
Bye, guys.
Love you guys.
We'll see you.
Take care.
Bye.
Love you too,
We
Greg.
miss you. Bye.
Bye.
Miss you too.
Bye.